Hey, so today I thought I would share with you guys a tip/trick that I use when things just feel like chaos. I started doing this when Vivi was really small and it helped a ton, and I just continued to do it. So whether you're not sleeping as a new mom, or you just are under a lot of pressure with your work, or it just seems like your plate is overloaded with things to do, this is something that you can use that really, at least for me, kind of put into place a sense of calm when I really needed it. And what I call this are zones of sanity. So around my house, I would have, and it changed depending on where I lived. But for instance, right now, Vivi has a round table that we call the design studio because we do all our art there, but she also eats there, and we just use it's kind of a central part of the living room/dining room. And so that, for instance, is a zone of sanity. That's a zone where it's generally clean unless we're doing a project. That's one area that I will clean off at the end of the night after she goes to bed most nights, so that we wake up and there's just like a clean, organized space, at least one space. The kitchen generally I try to have as a zone of sanity also, so that is generally clean and ready for me to make food at a moment's notice. And then another zone of sanity that I've shared with you guys, but not in this particular way, are for me shelves, because I like to have surfaces nice and clean, and it helps the whole vibe of the house to me to have surfaces that are free of clutter. But I also love having kind of a cozy, homey feel, and I've accomplished both of those things by, excuse me, for instance, this table behind me is now free of clutter. It's like just such a calm space, and just like rejuvenating to even look at. I will just sometimes go stand in front of it now and just go, ah. And that is sort of the why behind having zones of sanity, is have these zones in your house that just feel calm and good and kind of pull things together in a little bit of a visual way, because we are actually really wired in with our environment. And if your environment feels calm and clean and organized, it actually helps. It's this interplay and reciprocal interaction between our internal state and the environment. So I like to have these zones where that can happen, and I can feel nice and calm. So you'll see right behind me, this is my new trick, shelves. So with the shelves, I can put all this stuff that would have been on, for instance, this table, or just kind of the general surfaces around the house. Shelves, books, and they're neat, they're organized. I've created little, just kind of curated spaces to do specific things in, and that makes it fun for me. I love looking at them. They feel really nice. I have spaces over, I'll just show you, I'll take you over. I have spaces over here, and you'll notice not everything is put away, but because I have these zones, it actually feels nice to me. So these shelves I just put up, we have all of Vivi's art supplies, or some of her art supplies there. We have our ukuleles hung up. And then this is all kind of a neat area now. I think you've seen this area before, and now it's much more organized. I have these shelves over here that I have things that are necessary for me to have and that I use pretty much on a daily basis. But now they also look nice. So I just thought I would show you those. So if you are a brand new mom and you're not sleeping and everything is all over the place, or you have a 3-year-old like I do and everything is all over the place, just having these zones of sanity to yourself. And when I realized Vivi can't reach above, a certain height, anything I put up there actually stays how I want it to be consistently, and I don't have to clean that anymore, and she can't get to it in destructo. It's been really, really helpful. So those are just a couple of ideas for you on keeping zones of sanity, because we need zones of sanity in here too. Oh, I almost forgot. Another idea I've already shared with you is my meal planning system, which is working so well. This is another zone of sanity for me where I always know that I have certain things ready to go in the fridge. I do my food order approximately once a week. And I know I've always got breakfast for Vivi and me. I've always got ingredients for juices, ingredients for smoothies, ingredients for a noodle dish, and typically some kind of soup. So if worst comes to worst and everything else has gone out of the house, at least I have those things. And that's sort of another zone of sanity for me. So wishing you guys such a wonderful day, and thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon.